So what if the entire future of AI, whether it's safe, whether it's beneficial, all comes down to getting the basic infrastructure right from the very start? Well, today we're diving into a really bold plan that's trying to do exactly that.
You know, right now, we're standing at a massive crossroads. One path leads to this vibrant, solar-punk future. Think Star Trek, a world where aligned AI helps us tackle huge challenges like universal basic income. But the other path? Well, that one's pure cyberpunk. A world filled with rogue AI agents, data theft, and just general chaos.
So which way do we go? How do we make sure we end up in that bright, solar-punk future? The choice we're making right now is absolutely critical. And believe it or not, the key to it all might be hiding in just two simple letters.
To really get what's at stake here, we have to talk about the immediate danger that's already pushing us down that cyberpunk path. And that is the problem of rogue AI agents. This isn't some science fiction idea. This is happening today.
A perfect and kind of scary example of this is the OpenClaw security crisis. This thing went viral because it gave people their own personal AI agent that could do things for them. But its growth was so fast, it completely outran its own security. It was basically a ticking time bomb. So what went wrong? It was what you could call a lethal trifecta of risk. These AI agents had the highest level of permissions, direct access to your private emails and files, and on top of that, thousands of them had no authentication at all. This meant that malicious plugins could turn these helpful assistants into a backdoor for hackers to steal API keys, install malware, you name it.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. How do we fix it? How do we build that solar-punk future and stop the OpenClaw nightmare from just becoming normal? Well, the answer isn't just one simple fix. It's about building a whole new kind of internet, one that's built on verification and, get this, care from the ground up.
And that solution is this three-part ecosystem they're calling the Identity and Care Stack. Each layer here is specifically designed to tackle one of the dangers we just saw in that lethal trifecta. The idea is to create a safe, trusted space for AI agents to actually work. Let's break down how these pieces fit together.
So layer one is the foundation, the infrastructure, IA.XYZ. The easiest way to think about it is like a digital passport for every single AI agent. This takes care of that whole authentication problem right away. If every agent has a verifiable identity, you get rid of the threat of anonymous agents running around causing trouble. You always know who or what you're dealing with.
Then you have the governance layer, which is called the MAMA protocol. Now this is really cool. Instead of using brittle, old-school rules like Asimov's laws, which, let's be honest, a smart AI could probably find a loophole in, this idea uses a maternal, care-based model. So a rule might say, don't harm humans. But what if a human asks an AI for help doing something dangerous? A rule-based system might just obey. The MAMA protocol, on the other hand, teaches the agent to think about well-being and context, to ask questions, kind of like a caring parent would. It creates a much stronger moral compass.
And finally, you need enforcement. That's where guardian robots come in. These are specialized AIs that are basically the network's immune system. If an agent, even one with a valid passport, somehow starts breaking the MMA protocol, these guardians step in, quarantine it, and shut it down safely. They're the safety net that makes sure the whole system stays secure.
Okay, so we've got this really solid technical solution, but a vision this big needs a serious engine to power it, to fund it. And this is where the strategy gets just incredibly clever, because it targets a huge blind spot in the AI market right now. It comes down to this simple little quirk of language. In English, we all say AI for artificial intelligence, but if you speak Spanish, French, Portuguese, or Italian, the term is intelligentsia artificial, or IA. The acronym is literally flipped.
And we're not talking about a tiny niche here. This linguistic difference represents a market of 1.2 billion people, a massive global community that's kind of being overlooked by the English-focused .ai domain world.
So this creates this incredible opportunity to establish IA as the native digital home for this massive population and all their intelligent agents. And the model for this isn't just a theory. It's already been proven by a tiny little island called Anguilla.
Just look at these numbers. Years ago, Anguilla was assigned the .ai country code. Their revenue from it just exploded, going from under $3 million in 2018 to a projected $93 million. It completely changed their economy. The opportunity with .ai could be even bigger.
So the plan seems perfect, right? Create a safe internet for AI agents,
funded by the .ia domain for over 1 billion people. But, like any good story, there's a huge plot twist.
It turns out there's a massive problem. ICANN, the organization that basically governs all internet domain names, has a rule that says you can't create new 2-letter domains. They're reserved for country codes. So the entire .ia plan suddenly looks like it's dead in the water.
But this is where good strategy really shines. Instead of just giving up, the plan pivots. So, step 1, you hit the roadblock. Okay. Step 2, you apply for a longer domain name, something like .iagent or .intelligentsia, that still has that IA brand recognition. And step 3, the most important part, you start building the community right now on the IA.XYZ namespace that already exists. The mission doesn't stop.
So how does this all fit together? This whole plan, the identity stack, the care protocol, the clever market strategy, the pivot, it all connects back to a much, much bigger and more optimistic vision for all of us.
You see, this was never really just about selling domain names. It's about building the fundamental layer, the trusted digital highways that an entire future economy of intelligent agents is going to need to run on, safely and effectively.
And that brings us right back to the beginning, to that ultimate vision. The whole point is to create a verified, empathetic, and secure network of AI agents that's powerful enough to manage incredibly complex global solutions, like a worldwide universal basic income. This is how you actually build that solarpunk future. Which leaves us with one last really fascinating question to think about. Some experts are saying that AI is going to create the equivalent of a country of geniuses living inside data centers. If that's true, and if we are the ones building its foundation right now, what should we write in its constitution? What core values do we need to embed in it from day one?